Why you're asking me why?
आपने ऐसा क्यों किया?
Why do you still know? It's my turn.
आप मेरे गाड़ी में उल्टी कैसे कर सकते हैं?
Listen, it's my mouth, so I will decide where I'll puke.
आप मुझे पैसा दे दीजिए बस.
Of course, you're lucky that I didn't puke or shit on your dumb face.
You first give me the money now.
It was in the middle of the street, as amid usual hustle bustle. Suddenly, there was a chaos just outside the gateway of the pub. Out of curiosity, people were gathering there, and ultimately, the reason of the chaos was identified. And what it is? A young lady in a fully drunk condition creating a scene in the middle of the roadway with a taxi driver. And as per typical Indian norms, some people are always there to make a huge issue out of it. Ignoring them, after 3 minutes, a tall, handsome man appeared from behind the crowd.
Excuse me, sorry. कैसे कैसे लोग आ जाते हैं गाड़ी में उल्टी करके चले गए ये सब.
Hey man, easy, easy. Take it easy. She's drunk.
Pay my money and get lost.
Yes, wait, take it. Here.
And after some time, the chaos was subsided, and the hustle bustle of daily lives continues. The taxi was parked outside the residence named Urban Eco. The handsome man handling the drunken lady walked into the building.
Sugar, yes please. Would you come and put it down on me? Right here, I need you. I'll be.
They stand in front of the door. The nameplate read Ella Chaudhary. The bell rang for quite some time. There was the unusual silence prevailing over there. And suddenly the silence was broke by one young lady opening the door with a yawning face and messy hair. The man handed over the drunken lady to her.
Ella, my love, I missed you so much. I love you, Ella. Where were you?
It's okay, Neil. I got this. I will handle her. You may go now. When she will come back into her sense, I'll let you know.
No, Ella, no. I know it very well that you know each and everything that I don't. This cannot go on. Look, Ella, I am her boyfriend and I really do care about her. And I think, being her boyfriend, I have the right to know everything. And I'm begging you, please tell me, why is she always acting so weird? I just don't know what to do.
There was a deep pain I see in his brown eyes. That was certainly growing worse. After a long pause, finally the young lady spoke up. Okay, fine. Come inside. Let me handle Kyra first. Ella went inside with Kyra, who was picking of more alcohol and madly searching her bag. She chuckles again and then suddenly started crying, and this continues. And then everything becomes silent. Ella came into the living room. Neil was sitting uncomfortably on the sofa with a mixture of fear and curiosity. She spoke. Let me make some coffee. Then she went inside into the kitchen and bought 2 mugs of coffee. At a distance, Kyra can be heard giggling, laughing, and crying. It seems 3 of their world was broken and detached by the sound of the laughter and pain.
What is going on, Ella? Whom was she yelling as holy crap?
There was again a long pause, and by getting no answer, Neil was about to stand up, but Ella caught him by his hand. and said, "Sit
I
down,
don't
Neil.
know why.
I think Kyra will be able to
I
forgive
just
me if I tell you the
couldn't.
truth. And I personally think
I just
that you need to
please
know the
tell
truth."
him.
She looked into his red eyes for a second and turned it away. He sat down beside her,
I
and
just
Ella started the
couldn't.
bittersweet truth. 5 years ago, Kyra met Abir, or you can say her long distance cousin. Their first encounter was on a family gathering. There was a usual talk, but they did not understand when those talk had left a remarkable impression on them. For that day, they parted, but fate was determined to make them fall for each other. They again met in Abir's brother's wedding, and even without their knowledge, they were together during the whole ceremony. And it seems as if something was planning to make them together. They even did not realize when their small togetherness was touching their hearts. At first, they used to meet each other secretly. Spending time with each other was something they could not stop. It was only when they realized that they were developing feelings, both of them were trying to avoid each other. But the harder you try to control your feelings, the better it grows. And finally, they fell to the hefty attraction. I also don't know how everything went afterward, but after some days, Abid proposed her into a relationship, and this candy relationship continued for 2 years. By telling this much of the story, Ella suddenly becomes quiet, as if she doesn't want to tell Neil anything more, as if she was feeling guilty to share Kyra's secret without her concern. Maybe that kept her quiet for a while.
So then they had a breakup, and she was not able to forget him for only those remarkable days that they spent together.
Now Ella can feel that there was a rage arising inside Neil. So to avoid the situation, Ella quickly started the conversation. "No, Neil, no. Calm down. There was neither breakup nor any family drama because her family still doesn't know anything regarding these topics."
Then what, Ella?
The anger is now started to coming out, but it seems that he was trying very hard to console them. "Look, Neil, I am not supposed to tell you anything about this, but as you have learned little by yourself, and because I can see you are in pain, so I feel that I should tell you the truth. Otherwise, I would have suggested you to ask Kyra yourself to why she started acting weird with you." There was again a deep silence, but this time his eyes looked hopeless. After 6 months, their relationship grew stronger and stronger. Strong means which just became unbreakable, like covalent bonds occur within each linear strand of DNA, and strongly bond the basis, really sincere and mature. They found solidarity in each other, and this was not her first time that she is having a boyfriend. Kyra had many affairs before Abir came into her life, but she was never serious with them, not even with a single one.
She was never serious with her relationship. That's why he broke up. I see. What else can be expected from her, anyways?
This time the anger busted out. Ella smiled gently and continued. "None of them broke up, Neil.
What? Wow. I just don't know, man. I never thought she's going to be such an amazing liar. She lied to me for the whole time. Oh god, man, I'm such a fool.
She never lied to you, Neil. I believe everyone has some special moments or memories which they don't want to share with anybody, and that doesn't make anyone a liar. And she never wanted a relationship with you. Rather, it was you who pushed her for what you were desiring. Or I can say that you were rather forcing her for a positive reply. She did what you want and what her family wants. Now you cannot blame her." An awkward silence takes over the place. Eventually, when the atmosphere becomes a little lighter, and Neil seemed a little consumed, with his head still full of confusion, Ella continues. "As per typical Indian Hindu tradition, it is a sin to marry your cousin. You can commit suicide, but you cannot afford to do that sin. So Abir and Kyra made an agreement that they will part for the sake of their families, whom they love the most. They don't want to hurt their parents and their reputation, so for that, they had to sacrifice their love. And as I told you, they are the linear strand of DNA. But DNA also need to replicate. To do that, they need to move apart, to bind with another strand, whether they want or not, because that are the rules that they had to follow. Listen, Neil, you have to consider Abir as a part of her life because she still loves to live in her dreams and she doesn't have the guts to face the reality. I have tried hard to wake her up from her dreams, but it had always worsened the situation. The coffee remained stuck with the mug and also stopped emitting hot waves and had settled calmly. Now there was a pin drop of silence as Kyra also gone into sleep. They sat there, stuck to the sofa, as they both are trying hard to come up with the situation. Neil stood up and started to leave the place, but he looked very tired and seemed unable to move his heavy foot from the shock when unexpectedly Ella called him. I want to tell you something, Neil, that I have with me for a very long time. Now, for the first time, her stubborn voice becomes soft and cozy. Neil half turned his head without looking to her, holding the open door with his hand. I love you, Neil, just like you do to Kyra. He stands still for a while, and without looking to her, he walks out of the room. I said it out at that moment because I knew that I will not be able to see Neil anymore or ever again. We started moving on in our lives. As the time passes, we continue to love for the sake of our dearest ones. But somewhere we know that all our waves of laughter are broken. I am Ella Chaudhary, who is still trying to keep up with the broken laughter. There is a phrase that I know, most of you know it. Time heals everything. But I have a question to all of you who are listening to me right now. Can time really heal everything? Or is it just a myth?
Hey
Hey
guys,
guys, we have tried our best to create something new.
hope you like the audio stories.
If you liked the audio story, then please give it a thumbs up
Share to your friends.
and subscribe to our channel.
We will be posting
More and more interesting audio stories.
every week.
So,
Stay tuned.
goodbye.
Take care.